Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I have another sewing vlog and I'm really excited. I'm going to be doing the Friday Pattern Company Sagebrush top in this video. If you're new to my channel, make sure to subscribe, give this video a thumbs up, and I'm going to get straight on into it. So if you're new to my vlogs, then they are quite chatty, they're very informal. I don't kind of give you step-by-step instructions as such, but I just kind of show the make, show the fit, talk about my hints and tips that I learnt along the way. It's a chatty sewing video, and then obviously show the finished make at the end and stuff like that. So yeah, excited, but doubly so because I have some exciting news to share, and that is I got a new job. So if you are familiar with my vlogs and you watch them, then you would have seen in my Eden Coats raincoat vlog that I was made redundant from my job about a month and a half ago. So I'm a freelance social media manager slash content creator. It's kind of hard to summarise what I do for a living, but essentially I have regular long-term clients, and I've been doing this for about 5 or 6 years, 3 years freelance. But what happens is I manage brand social media channels, and sometimes I do PR and communications as well, and also content creation, so like photography, videos, etc. But the client that I was working for sadly no longer need my services, so I was in the hunt for something new. Everything happens for a reason, because I have now got a job with Friday Pattern Company. Woo! So I'm going to be doing the social media channels for Friday Pattern Company. It's part-time, similar to what I was doing, to be honest. But it just goes to show that everything happens for a reason. And I'm going to be making a sagebrush, and it is a pattern that I've actually made already. I'll put a little picture here. And I made a really gorgeous white version in the summer. I absolutely loved how it came together. And in this video I'm going to be doing a vlog of that, because I don't think I didn't vlog actually last time. How sunny is it? It's not going to be doable. So yes, sorry, it's a bit of a weird angle, but I'm holding my camera today because, as you can see, the sun is doing its own thing. So yeah, I'm making a really cute autumnal sort of version today, and I've got this fabric from Textile Express, and it's a really gorgeous, if you look very close up, very tiny botanical print with little fruits. But from far away, it kind of gives the illusion of like polka dots, almost like William Morris kind of vibes from far away. So that is what I'm going to be making the sagebrush top in today. And I think this is a cotton lawn, so it's quite lightweight, feels really sort of soft. Hasn't got much drape to it, to be honest, but it's soft enough that it's not like, you know, it's quilting cotton or anything. And I can't remember what size and stuff I did last time, so I will check what size I've cut out, and I'll obviously let you guys know. And then in this video I'm just going to show like bits and bobs to do with the make. As far as I remember, it's really easy to put together. The only fiddly bits really are the puff sleeve, shoulder, and then it's got like a little gathered ruffly bit across the bust. From what I remember, it was quite easy to put together. I think it took me about a day last time, but I'm going to just make this over the weekend and sort of vlog it as and when I want to sort of make it. So I've got to cut it out, so I'm going to cut it out, and I'll let you obviously know what size I'm making, and my measurements will be in the description box for reference in case you want to know. And yeah, hey, me again. So I'm just laying out my pattern pieces, and I am making a size medium. If I was making it based on my hips, to be honest, it would be a large, because I've got about 40-inch hips. I'm more of like a pear shape, but based on the one that I made last time, because it is quite straight, and actually where it cuts, it doesn't really go over your hips. But again, I'll show you when I try it on and stuff in a bit. But yeah, size medium, but you can kind of see based on obviously that's the size chart. The finished garment measurement says the hips is 44, which is probably why it was absolutely fine for me. I did feel like the bust was a little bit on the bigger side for me last time, but I'd rather have it a little bit oversized anyway. It's kind of one of those tops where it doesn't matter if it's oversized because it is quite boxy. Oh no. So I'm stay stitching the necklines. We have lift off, so I'm just making a start on these now. I've just remembered by looking at the instructions how nice and easy this make is to come together, so
yeah, it's going to be good. Nice little afternoon make in lockdown, because if, well, you'll know if you're in England right now, we're in a secondary lockdown. Leave the house. Where is it, that one? Song in my head of the day is, I don't know if you guys remember him, or if you're watching from the US, I don't even know if he was in the US, but it's an artist called Lamar, and I think he was on The X Factor many years ago, and he's got a song that goes, "If there's any justice in the world, he would be alone, and I would be with you. Oh no." If there's any justice in the world, you would be my girl, and I would be with you. Can't remember the words. Would you believe? To save my life. And I've seen 1,000 times, there's not much justice in the world. Whoa. Fold ruffle in half lengthwise, wrong sides together, and press. So this is the ruffly bit. And it says to press, but you know me guys, I am lazy. So I just like to finger press. And you've seen 1,000 times, there's not much justice in the world. I'm gonna go iron this and do it properly. But anyone but me, yeah. Blowing in the wind. This even called my ruffle. And now I'm going to pull it together to start gathering it. But actually, before I do that, I'm going to pull it together to start gathering it, and then I can pin it onto my front yoke, which is piece A. This is my favourite bit of the make, because I absolutely love doing gathers. So I'm going to gather it now, and then I can show you what it looks like. And you've seen 1,000 times, there's not much justice in the world. Oh, oh. So I have done my little gathers, and it's pinned onto my front yoke, like so. And now I can go ahead and stitch those together. I'm just going to give it a little eyeball to make sure that the gathers are all even. And if they're not, you can sort of just have a little fiddle in between pins. To just make sure that they look all even and nice, and you know. So yes, let's go ahead and do that. Let's cut those threads off for a sec. Cool. What about us? What about me? With the front body, you essentially just have to put a small gather in the middle. And this is just so it sits over your bust nicely. So now we can pull the bobbin strings on this. Cool. Now that's done, we can get our piece like this, and then good side to good side. Have to sandwich the ruffle in between the layers. Pin that together. Cool, and then let's do the other side first. Again, the ruffle is sort of sandwiched in between. And then once that's done, if I hold it with the bodice side towards me, I can kind of line up and see if I need to gather that little bust bit anymore. Match up the notches as well first, because you want to make sure that that piece is straight with no gathers or anything. So match up your notch like that. Notches are matched, so that's nice. All pinned together, lovely and nice. And then we can see just how much we need to gather this top bit. And actually, I think by eye I've done it quite even already, to be honest. Okie dokie, guys. See what I did there? Yoke joke. Right, now we can stitch those together. Normal stitch length, always forget to change that back. 5/8 seam allowance. Just pop that in. And if I remember rightly, once you've done this bit, the make is pretty straightforward to get together. It's just the sleeves, really. That's stitched together nicely. And you've got quite a lot of bulk on this back bit here. So let me just double check, but I think, oh yeah, so you top stitch it, finish the seam and trim away, cool, so I will get my overlocker out and I'll finish it. And then top stitch, once it's finished, you would top stitch that seam allowance upwards to the yoke, and you stitch quite tightly across where the ruffle is, like on there. I'll show you a little close up. So where that ruffle is, you've got that obviously heavy bulky seam, which I'll finish off with my overlocker. That goes up, and then you stitch across here and do a little top stitch just to keep it all flat and all nice. But it's so pretty, isn't it? Just, it's really, really effective. Oh yeah, I remember. So the next stage is the back yoke pieces. You just have to kind of fold them in, stitch on top, attach them to the back edge. It's pretty straightforward. Oh yeah, I've just remembered. So you do the neckline is with the bias binding, and that's also what makes up the ties at the back. Okay, cool. It does come together pretty quick, so I'm gonna go ahead and do this top stitching on this part and do my back yoke pieces, and I will be back. I'll probably show you guys when it comes to doing the bias binding, and then go from there, because I remember rightly there's no notches on the bias, so a good way to sort of like make them even was to just find the central point and stuff, which I'll show you in a sec. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and finish these bits and the other yoke on the back, and I'll show you what it looks like. So I'm at the stage now where I'm sewing the bias binding on, and I thought I would show you guys, because in the instructions it says fold your bias tape in half and make a small mark at the halfway point, which I thought I'd come on and show you how I do that. So essentially what I do is I mean it's pinned to my bodice at the moment, so apologies, but I just fold it, put the small ends together, and when you fold it in half, make sure it's all smooth. I've already done it, but for the purpose of showing you guys. And then what I would do is grab my scissors and I just cut a tiny little notch in the corner like that. And then same again for the actual bodice neckline. Fold it together at the seams, the shoulder seams, on the front bodice neckline. Find your central point and you notch that as well. And then basically it just makes it an easier process, so that here is the bodice, here is the neckline bias, and the bias binding, then you just match up your notch that you've created in the centre, and it means you've got the same amount of bias tape that side and bias on that side. And then hopefully that means that when it comes to finishing it across the neckline all the way around to the back, you then have your strands of bias tape left, and that creates your bow that you do up the back of your neckline with. So yeah, you would sew around 1/2 inch, and make sure you double check always the seam allowances, because they can differ depending on what you're sewing. So this is sew around the neckline 1/2 inch from the edge, clip into the seam allowances around the neckline, you press the binding upwards, and then you would stitch in the ditch, and then you would fold it over to stitch the other side. So it's kind of, it's not really a long process, it's just fiddly like I mentioned. So we're coming up to 3 in the afternoon, I've kind of just been procrastinating and doing this quite slowly. I might just sew for another hour and then finish it tomorrow, well, because I like working in sunlight, it's nicer, and it gets dark so early now. So I'll probably do the bias binding and then call it a day for today. So I'll check in again with you guys and show you where I'm at tomorrow. Okay guys, so actually ended up putting the sleeves in.
I know I said I was going to wait until tomorrow, but I got a bit eager once I'd done the bias binding around the edge. So I've put the sleeves in as well, and they're looking fabulous. I'm yet to try it on. I'm going to wait until tomorrow to do that, but yeah, sleeves are in, bias is done. I'll show you the back. How cute. It's come on really nicely. And what else do I need to do? Oh yeah, so next stage is to put the elastic into the sleeves and then finish off the hem on the bottom of the body. I'm excited to show you when it's finished. Hi guys, it's Saturday, the day after yesterday. Don't know why I said it like that. Awkward as per usual. I am finishing the top today. So this is where we are. This is where I finished with you guys in the previous clip. So I'm going to do the elastic in the sleeves and then finish the beautiful hem on the bottom, and it's done. I'm very happy about it, really cute and excited about this like print and stuff. So to be honest with you, I'm just going to go ahead and sew it because it's pretty self-explanatory, I think. Let me just check. Yeah, it looks pretty easy in terms of the instructions, like getting that elastic in there. So I'm going to go ahead and finish it and then I can show you what it looks like. Oh yeah. So the outfit I was going to plan on making to go with it is a pale pink, I think it's called a jumbo cord or something, or like chunky corduroy. Oh god, what's wrong with me? Right. Sorry, the sun is like messing up. I want to make a pale pink corduroy skirt, the bobby skirt from Tilly and the Buttons. If I have enough fabric to go with it, I'll show you. How cute would that colour skirt be? And then look at this really nice knit. So I might make a cute little outfit with a pink skirt and that cardigan with this top. How cute is that combo? So I will report back on Instagram if I make it, probably be in a few weeks, but that's my next outfit goals. Ready? We're going to do a magical transition on YouTube today. You ready for this? 1, 2, 3. Ooh, ta-da! Here's the finished top. I love how puffy the sleeves are. I feel like it's puffier than my other versions because I had to cut my other versions a little bit smaller. It's so cute. What do you guys think? There's the back. So you can see the little tie at the back. Ta-da, ta-da. I really love it. Also, just before I sign off the vlog, I've got a song in my head which I'm going to leave with you guys in your head today. And it is that song that's like, hanging from the ceiling. Da-da-da. Sometimes I want to scream out loud. Do you remember that song? Anyway, yay! Finished my top. I'm really pleased with it. I think it's super cute. It's kind of like puffy, you know, you could wear it loose. It's like, I take it down so you can see kind of what it looks like. I've left it a nice length so that I could just tuck it, if I've got jeans, like hips of jeans on, I can just sort of like tuck it in like that. Yeah, but it is a nice length. I didn't actually do a 2-inch hem, which the pattern suggests. I did it 1 inch, but I quite like the fact it's a 1 inch. I think it's a nice length on my hips. And as you can see, you know, at the start of the video I mentioned about being a little bit concerned about my hips because my hips are always bigger than my top half. Actually, they skim my hips really nice. There's lots of room. I don't feel like it's tight or anything like that. So if you are slightly bigger on the bottom, then yeah, it's absolutely sitting fine for a boxy shape. I haven't had to like bring it out or anything like that. So I'm super pleased. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this as well and liked seeing how the Sagebrush came together. I'm really pleased with it, and thank you so much for watching this vlog. I appreciate I was a bit weird throughout, basically, with singing and doing my usual weirdness, but thank you for tuning in and watching my videos as always, and I hope you enjoyed seeing the Sagebrush come together. I will leave the link to the PDF and the printed pattern in my description box below, and you might see me over on Friday Pattern Company's Instagram and socials a lot more often now that I'm obviously social media manager for them. So I'm very excited, and that is it. Thank you for watching, guys. I will see you next time. Bye!